Hello. I thought I would do something a little different and try a little video blog instead of just a sit down. I have a project I want to do, a sewing project I want to get done, and today's Sunday and I'm leaving in Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 5 days for a baby shower and wedding shower weekend, about 5.5 hours away, 5.5 hour drive. Yeah, but I have a project I wanted to do. I made recently, if you saw my last video, I made the Ruffle Brunch pants by Matchy Matchy Sewing Club, and I wanted to make the matching top. There she is. I think I have enough fabric to make it. Here's the thing. I want a matching top, and I know I have enough for a top. I don't know if I have enough for this specific top. The sleeves are really big. And like the ruffles take up kind of a lot of fabric, I feel like. But I have printed out the pattern. I've not put it together. So yeah, I've just been going back and forth on like what top I want with these pants, because I know I want a matching top with it to have as a set. And I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't see myself like super wearing this. I was maybe thinking of making the panel just one piece, so it's like a pullover instead of the ties in the front, maybe. I know I want some kind of like ruffle though, to kind of bring in the ruffle on the pants. So, and I was kind of thinking like maybe just a tank top with a ruffle on the bottom. I was also looking at, I think it's the Ashton pattern. Yeah, so I guess I've just been going back and forth on it. I really want to make this. I have printed it out. I think I'm gonna put it together and lay it out on my fabric and just see from there. Again, I could make modifications to this, but I don't think I'm at that level, or like have the time to be at that level of in my sewing journey. I haven't made a lot of tops. I've made kind of a lot of pants at this point, but I don't know if I'm comfortable making modifications for that. I am also, I have to finish the crochet gift that is gonna go along with the other little book and the other little thing I made. Actually, I can show you that right now. A wipe and diaper thing, and this I followed a tutorial on Instagram. I believe it's Mama in the Moon. I'll tag her, but I followed something on Instagram for this, and I actually had an entire unopened wipes left, so I stuck that in there. And then I also have a swim diaper, but this can carry a lot of diapers in here, even like a change of clothes too. And then I had all these bags. They're like scented too, which isn't my favorite, but it kind of helps with the poopy smell if you're somewhere and can't throw the diaper away. Yeah, but so I've made it in this waxed canvas. It's really nice. And I had like a leftover webbing that was just perfect color. Oh, and I'll show you the inside. So this friend I've previously made a purse for, and she likes flamingos. And I made it in, sorry for the crinkling. And I made the lining of her purse in this flamingo. It's really nice, like, I think it's a cotton lawn, and it's like pretty wipeable. I had some left over from that, so I put that in there. And then flamingo, I am also making this, and I'll post this after the fact, so in case she watches it she won't see it, but I am needing a little crochet break. Hence my Tommy Copper glove. Yeah, crocheting, it really bothers my carpal tunnel. Like, I don't know how I made so many stuffies a couple years ago, but my carpal tunnel, it feels like it's getting worse, and crocheting specifically is a huge trigger for it. But this, I'm making the Mama Made minis. I'm using the duck mini pattern, and on that the beak is like up. However, I finagled it somehow to make the beak go down like more like a flamingo. I just didn't really stuff it. I kind of pinched it together, and then used my tail of the white and sewed it shut so that it kind of goes down. Is that more like flamingo like? Maybe. Yeah, so I'm gonna finish the head. Actually, maybe I can do the body because that's in a bigger hook, and put my pattern together, and then I'll come back and we'll see where we're at. Okay, cool. See you soon. Okay, I closed up the head, did not take very long, and started the neck on this guy. And now I need to figure out if I want to add some rows to make the neck longer, because flamingos have long necks. Just the thing is, I don't want it to be like super duper floppy, but I have to, right? Like, it has to be a longer neck. I just don't know how long I should go. Okay, I think I'm gonna do, I don't know, 3 or 4 extra rounds, and we'll see. Like, I can't do it halfway, right? If I'm gonna do it, I gotta do it. Okay, I'll report back. I'll do like 4 rounds and see how I like it, and then maybe I will take a break and put my pattern pieces together. Okay, bye. Okay, this is 1, 2, 3, 4 rounds, and then start increasing for the body, making maybe 1 more, but it is a mini, so I don't want it to be like too long. No, I think that's good. Yeah, and then start the body. That looks proportionate. Whew, okay. I'm gonna take a little break. Go get something to eat. My right hand is starting to pain, so these usually take about I don't know, 3 to 4 hours, maybe, if I'm not mistaken. So I don't know, I'd say another 2 hours left, but broken up a lot because of all the breaks that I need to take. So I'm gonna go get some lunch. Maybe I'll do another round after that, see where I'm at, how I'm feeling, how my hands are feeling, and put my pattern pieces together. And reconvene and see you soon. Bye. All right. I didn't have a very good lunch. I had a croissant and some Oreos, but so just a snack basically. And then I did a little bit of the body. And I'm happy with the neck, I think. I just have to do 2 legs. Split to do the legs. The wings. Is there a tail on here? Yeah, and a little tail. So maybe this doesn't take as long as I thought, or maybe closer to like 2 hours for these, because these are the mini ones. I don't know, I haven't made these in so long regularly, just because of how much they bother my hands. But I think it's going quicker than I expected. But again, I am still needing to take a lot of breaks. Yeah, so the legs and the wings and the tail, which I don't think should take too long. I also need to make a choice of what color to do the feet. A real flamingo, I mean, I was looking at pictures and stuff to get color inspo and like the beak and neck and stuff. A real flamingo's legs are pink too. I was looking at some Etsy pictures, Etsy review pictures of the pattern, and I saw some flamingos and they had this like gray color. They also used, the pictures that I saw used gray in the beak right here too, but I decided to do white because they're white in real life, like they have white on the beak, and then they're white when they're not really colored super pink. So, and this white is actually a little more, I don't know if this is gonna come across on camera, but it's a little more pinkish. My daughter was like, why is that white pink? She's really good with colors, and I was like, very good observation. Is it coming across on camera? That this has like a pinkish hue to it compared to this whiter one. I don't know if you can see or tell, because I do have my overhead light on and that's probably playing a factor, but this has definitely got like a pinkish hue. So I decided to use that in the beak, and I could make his legs white, this whitish pink. I could do this other pink color that I have. So this is more like, the lighting is not the best in here, but this is pretty neon. And then this is like more of a blush. So I could do that for the legs. I could just do the same color, keep going. Or I could do this. That might give it like a nice contrast, and then it's not, because I did like the gray that I saw in the Etsy photos. It might be a nice little contrast. My friend doesn't know if she's having a boy or a girl. Not that it matters that it's pink, but it might just be a nice, so it's not just like all in your face pink. I don't know. Not that it really matters. I think I kind of like the gray as opposed to all pink. So I have that decision to make, so I'm gonna pause and think on that, and then I am gonna start putting my pattern pieces together. I have 34 pages, and there's kind of a lot of pieces. I'm gonna put my sewing machine on the floor. to do this. Yeah, if you have never sewn anything or printed off a pattern at home, it just obviously comes in a million pieces of paper that you have to put together yourself, tape together. So I've got all my pieces printed, just moving things around, clearing my desk off and putting them on my ironing board and couch behind me for now. But if you've never put a pattern together at home, because all my mom knows how to do, or does, or whatever, is by, you know, the patterns that come in the, I'm actually gonna take this off now, the patterns that come, you know, in the packets that you would get at Joann, RIP, and would be like a thin paper that folds up really nice. Yeah, but I get all of mine online now from independent designers who sell PDFs that you print and just piece them together like a puzzle and match up the little corners. And sometimes it's an ordeal. I do have two, let's see if you can see this. You're just getting more views of my very messy. Here's my desk. So I have two desks together basically. I'll clean all that off though too, and you don't need to watch me do that. So I'll clean all that off and put these together. And then when I cut my fabric out, I like to use my daughter's bed, because I'll show you why later when I get to that point. But I'm gonna clean all this up, put this together, and maybe see you in another hour or so. Might take an hour, I don't know. This takes a while and there's a lot of pieces, it seems like. So but yeah, what I do is I use this and I just cut one straight line and then use the other ledge, like lip, to put it together and tape it. But okay, yeah, check back in soon. See you soon. Hello, checking in. I've been working on the putting the pattern together for about an hour. This is taking a lot longer. I do have a really good system though. Oops, sorry, I keep bumping the camera. I cleared off my desk so I can use both of them. And again, I just cut one of the edges off and use like the other lip of one of them. So, and just use this and it goes really quick. And then I have all of my tape. Oops. I kind of filled the, oh no, these are stuck. I fill along this edge on my, what is this called? Ironing board, to just have some tape ready. And I just use, I do this and I split it in half. And that way, it's gonna be kind of loud, but that way I feel like I am not wasting. And then I use that to connect it. And then it doesn't feel like I'm wasting a whole piece of tape for, yeah, you know what I'm saying. But, so that's where I'm at. I still have quite a big stack to put together here. Yeah, it's just a lot of little pieces, like the ties, the ruffles, the sleeves. The front panels are like different, front side panel and like a front center panel too, so I don't think I'm giving too much away from the pattern because it is a paid for pattern. I mean, I'm pretty sure you can find out this information or see the construction yourself from the pictures, but yeah, I've got maybe another, I don't know. It's really hard to gauge time. I don't think I really have any sort of gauge of time ever. Maybe another hour's worth. This is probably, sewing is so funny. You probably spend the least amount of time actually sewing when you do a project. It's, I mean, yeah, and I usually, it's just funny. Sewing is, it goes faster than knit or crochet garment, right? Technically. The processes are just, to even get to the sewing part is just a lot. So I wash and dry my fabric before I even can start anything. So, you know, that's usually one day, washing and drying the fabric. Then the next, another, you know, day would be putting the pattern pieces together. So I don't see myself actually cutting this out today. I'll probably just get the pattern pieces put together and cut out. Yeah, so then cutting it out and then sewing. Yeah, so it's just funny, the process leading up to the actual sewing is a lot. Oh, and ironing your fabric too before you cut. So wash dry. I like to iron it if it's really wrinkly from the dryer. Putting the pattern together, cutting the pattern pieces out, cutting the pieces out of the fabric, and then the sewing, which takes the least amount of time, which is just funny. Yeah, and I guess sometimes starting that process of the next step of everything can be a mental block in itself. It's like, oh, I finished cutting this or putting this together. I don't actually want to cut it out right now, or like don't have time, could be a thing too. Whereas when I cast on a knit project, it's like I just cast it on to knit and I knit and I go and I'm just off. Yeah, just interesting, the different crafts in terms of time. It's kind of hard on the body too. Like I'm standing to put the pattern pieces together, but my desk is obviously down here, so my back will start to hurt. My back even starts to hurt in this chair. It's higher up compared to this desk. I have it as low as it can go, but I'm still kind of like scrunched. Even when I'm sewing, I have to take a lot of breaks to like stretch because I feel like I'm hunched over. So it's like, yeah, you can't just, it just takes time. It just takes time and patience and breaks. But it's hard on your body. And yeah, and then knitting and crocheting is kind of hard on my wrists, and it is very sedentary, knitting and crocheting. So just gotta make sure you take breaks and get up and move and all of that. But that's where I'm at. I don't know if I'll check in again today or if it will be tomorrow. I mean, yeah, I do want to get this put together today, and then the flamingo I haven't picked that up since the last, so I'm still ready for the legs. But I think I'm gonna save that for tonight when I sit on the couch and maybe watch a little show. I'm watching All Creatures Great and Small. I rented it from the library. I'm on season 4 and 5. I think they had season 1 on Prime, I think, and it was free for a little while, and I think you have to pay for it now. But or maybe season 1 is free, but then the rest of them you have to pay for, which is kind of weird. And then I found them at the library, so this was maybe, I don't know, a couple months ago, and then I waited a couple months because seasons 4 and 5 were out for a while. But so I have secured seasons 4 and 5, so that's what I'm watching right now for my show, and I think I'm gonna save the flamingo for the couch crochet and try and get this done and put together before it's like dinner time. I think it's like 1:30 right now. Yeah, and we're just having a hangout day at home. We got in a walk with the dog this morning. My son had swim. My daughter hasn't really been feeling good, so we're just kind of taking it easy, having a day at home. Yeah, but okay, enough rambling. I will try and get this done, and maybe I'll check in later, and maybe I will be in a different outfit, and you'll see me tomorrow. My daughter just scared the crap out of me. Okay, bye. Hi. Same day. It's the same day. So it's not taking me as long as I was expecting. Yeah, again, I don't really have any concept of time. It is 3:10. I don't know when I last checked in. Maybe an hour ago. I'm kind of talking quiet because my daughter is napping on the floor behind me. I have a little like kid couch in here because my futon is full of fabric. Yeah, so the pattern pieces are all put together, and I just need to cut them out, cut out my size. And I'm debating if I should make a medium or a large. I made the large pants because I compared the finished measurement size with a pair of chanterelle pants that I made that I like the fit of, and I think they were pretty similar, and that's why I went with large, but I think I could have been good with a medium too. They're pretty roomy. It doesn't really feel like I'm wearing anything, which I like. Yeah, I enjoy it, the feeling of them. But for the top, I don't know, I don't want it like so big. I'm just looking at I hope I don't wake her up. She's snoring now. I hope I don't choose, never mind. Yeah, I forgot what I was saying. Finished measurement sizes, finished size. The medium finished size will still give me 6 inches of positive ease. Oh yeah, I think that's plenty. Yeah, I'm gonna go with medium because I was kind of thinking I could just cut out the large just to have the pattern, the large pattern, and then but like cut out a medium, like cut underneath, if that makes sense, because I don't want to have to, like, in case I wanted to make a large in something else, I don't want to have to print it out and do it all over, if I'm making any sense. I know I should maybe make a toile, is that what you call it? Or muslin, not a muslin, or scrap or, you know, not good fabric. I just don't know if I want to do that or if I have time for that. That's the problem. No, I feel pretty confident in the finished medium measurement sizes. So I think I'm going with medium. And I think the ties will allow for any error too, and like bust, because that's what I would be worried about. Is the bust. Yeah. Actually, I think I'm gonna measure my biceps quick because I want to see, do they have a bicep measurement on here? No, I don't see one. Because I know that there's elastic at the bottom of the sleeve, but I think that's something I can still customize in terms of fit. Like, I think even if I did a medium, I could still make the elastic big enough. Like, I think how big it is naturally will give me room to play there. So I'm gonna cut out the large just in case, but I think I'm gonna do a medium out of my fabric, and maybe I will be able to cut it out today. Yeah, I don't know, we'll see, because I think I'm gonna start thinking about making dinner soon. Okay, yeah, cool, feeling good. I'll check in later and see what we get done. So I finished cutting out most of the pieces. I just have the ruffle pieces and the neck bias tape and sleeve, yeah, ruffles and bias tape. But look how big this sleeve is. Doesn't even fit in the frame. This is the sleeve. It's hilarious how big it is compared to like the back bodice. Can you see? It's so large. So I hope I have enough fabric. We will see when I start laying it out. I'm gonna finish cutting out the ruffles. My daughter's still sleeping. Finish cutting out the ruffles, and then I'm gonna go start dinner. I was just gonna make some rice. We have a rotisserie chicken, and I have some pesto that I made earlier, or a couple days ago, but I think I might add more spinach or something to it. Yeah, rice, chicken, pesto bowl type situation, and cherry tomatoes I think will go good in there. Yeah. Okay, so probably last time you'll see me today. Maybe. I keep saying that, but I'm new to this whole vlog thing, so we'll see. And I guess it's good I'm doing this because it's helping me keep track of my projects and what I'm making. I wish there was like a Ravelry for sewing. If anybody knows of anything like that, let me know. I've been trying to just keep track of stuff in my phone, like on my notes. But it's nice to have it documented. And I might even start a new like notebook for sewing specifically, but another topic. Okay. Check in later, or maybe see you tomorrow. Hi. I'm back. It's the same day. It's 7:45. Children just went down to bed. They watched a movie tonight and I got one leg done. And I have put my show on and I'm just gonna sit and finish this flamingo, I think. And I'll see you tomorrow for the pattern, more of the pattern cutout. Yeah, that's all I've got for tonight, so I love it. Oh, I went with gray. I'm just so proud of how I did the beak. I think it's so cute. But yeah, so I'll see you tomorrow. Good night. Hello. It is Tuesday. I last spoke with you on Sunday. So Monday was really busy day, and I kept trying to like find time to just kind of pop in and say what I was gonna do or planning on in terms of cutting out my pattern and the flamingo, which I did finish. Finished Sunday night. Maybe I finished it Monday morning, but the majority I think was done Sunday night. I think I sewed on the wings Monday morning, and then weaved in all the ends and finished the tail. I think the tail is so cute, and the pattern, the tail is like more like this shape but smaller sewn on, but I thought I'd give the flamingo a little ruffle butt and then tie in some of the white. And then yeah, I went with gray for the legs. Oh yeah, I think I showed you I had a leg done on Sunday. But I'm really happy with it. I like the length of neck I did, and I'm just so chuffed with how the beak came out. Yeah, I think I said that the beak was kind of more up and rounded in the pattern. And I was initially thinking that I would just flip the head, you know, because it was going up, so I would flip it upside down. But then the shaping would have been backwards for like this part. Do you know what I mean? Like it would have been like, I didn't want, yeah. And I just didn't have the brain capacity to try to figure that out. So yeah, pinching it closed and not really stuffing it, and then sewing that closed kind of gave me that beak down look. I still might add a little eyelash details with some black yarn. But other than that, I think she done. So cute. So these are the prezzies together. I just want to see them together. So I had this book initially like on my list of books that I wanted to get for her. We have this book and we just really love it. I basically have it memorized, but the illustrations are just so beautiful. I mean, if you have kids, you probably know this book or seen this book, but yeah, the illustrations are just so cute. I just love them so much. But here are the prezzies all together. Just wanted to see them together. I hope she loves them. Oh, but yeah, so I had this book on my list to like get for the baby shower. And then I found it at Goodwill and it is in like, it's in great condition. So the only thing is that there's a note from like somebody else's aunt. Which is hilarious, but I will cover that up. I think there's another little message in here too. It's just so funny. But I'll put like a sticker or something over it and find a way to cover that up and write my little message to the new baby. Okay, so that feels good. That's done. So yeah, it's Tuesday. I leave Friday morning. I'm gonna leave. this morning. Oh yeah, but let me tell you about my day yesterday, Monday. I lived 1,000 lives before noon. It was just one of those days. Those days are just kind of funny. Like, some days you just don't see anyone but your family, and other days you're just like running around like a maniac. So a friend of mine asked if she could, well, she asked me, texted me if I had things to put grommets in something, because she has these posters she's using for her kids' birthday parties, fabric posters, and she didn't have a way to hang them. So she's wanted to put grommets in the corners, and I was like, that is such a smart idea. I need to clock that for if I have something to hang and don't have a way to do it. But yes, I have a way to put grommets in. So she came over and we did that in the morning. And then right after that, my son and I went to the gym. And then right after that, we came home and walked the dog. And then right after that, I ran into like a bunch of neighbors. One of them, she knew my daughter wasn't feeling well, and I told her she just keeps getting sick like every other weekend, and she asked if we've ever done elderberry syrup. And I said no, but I've always wanted to try it, and she had some to give to us. So she came over like later that in the afternoon to give me some, which was really, really awesome and kind. Yeah, then we picked up my daughter. Then we had gymnastics. They had gymnastics. And I kept like thinking, oh, I'm gonna like film. I tried to do a little like film right before my son and I left to pick my daughter up from school, but yeah, he was like getting ready and kind of like bugging, so I didn't end up doing that or putting that in. Yeah, and I was so tired, like, before we had to pick up my daughter and then essentially go right to gymnastics from there. It wasn't a lot of time. So I did not get any crafting or anything done yesterday. Oh, and I also baked. I baked 2 things: sourdough discard apple cider donuts, and granola bars. Sourdough discard granola bars. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to iron my fabric because it does need a good iron. I've already washed and dried it. I'm going to iron it out, lay it out, maybe lay out the matchy-matchy one and just see if it even fits, actually. And then I'll make a decision from there, and then I'll come pop in and say what I'm thinking, see what I'm thinking. My son is downstairs kind of entertaining himself, so we'll see if I even have... We'll see. I'll see you in a little bit. I'll see you later. Hello from my daughter's room. Yeah, I use her bed to lay out my fabric, to cut my patterns. I don't know how people do it on the floor, or if I'm just like getting older, but that does not, it hurts my body crawling around on the floor, laying out patterns to cut. What do people do if they don't have like the space and you can't do it on the floor? I don't understand. Our dining room table is very big too, but this just is nice because I can stand, and it's a little higher than the dining room table. I've also used my island in the kitchen, but then I have to clear everything off of it. And even then it doesn't feel like it's not that big for garments. I've used it to cut out like bags and stuff. But yeah, this is my little hack. Use your bed. But only if it's high enough off the ground. This is really tall. My dad actually built this bed frame. Let's see if I can move you and show you. It's very, very high. Okay, I'm not doing a very good job of that, but there's also a lot of stuff under there, so. And my daughter is my daughter. She comes from me, and she has very similar messiness. This was always a huge thing for my mom when I was little, and I've never related to my mother more since having a messy child of my own. So thanks, Mom, for putting up with my messiness. It's just funny how the parenting has come full circle. Sorry, there's a bird outside. But yeah, I am a very messy person. My creativity kind of just explodes everywhere, and I have a hard time cleaning up the mess after I make it. I mean, if you haven't gotten from my office that I'm kind of a messy person, and that's just part of me, and something I just always am working on. But yeah, I've accepted that that's just kind of how I operate, and I am trying to give my daughter forgiveness for also being messy, and just kind of rolling with it. But so that's where we're at with that. Sorry for the tangent. I also think it's a ADHD thing. I've come to a realization that I probably have ADHD, and that has a lot to do with it. But anyways, here we are in my daughter's room. I've laid out my fabric. I've folded it how the pattern has said, and I'm gonna lay out my pieces, and I just thought I'd take you along for that. Yeah, I've never done a vlog style. I always sit down to do my little podcast thingies, so we'll see how this goes. If this is too rambly, yeah, I mean, I'm not the kind of person that's gonna carry my phone around and film, though. Like, I am gonna just pop on when I can and have the time, and when my children aren't in it, because I mean, I'm with them all the time, 24/7, but when I get 10 minutes here or there to just pop in when they're not around, I will also take that chance. But yeah, I'm not gonna film throughout the day. It's not gonna be that kind of vlog style, so if that's what you like. But yeah, so yeah, I got my fabric laid out. I gave it a little iron. There was just some folds in it, but I don't know if it did much. It's linen, and it's prone to the wrinkles. I'm just looking at my pattern here on how they have suggested to lay out the pattern. It looks like, well, let's just lay it out and see what I've got. And I hope you can hear me talking, because again, I don't think I like the microphone I have. I think the sound quality isn't as good as my iPhone. So, and I mean, I've had that microphone for, I don't know, a couple years now, maybe 4 years. So maybe it's time for a new one. I see everyone with those like little fuzzy ones. I think those are like the thing now. So maybe I will invest in one of those. We'll see. I don't film a ton, so I don't know if it's worth the investment or if they're affordable or whatnot. I haven't been on the market for one. So there's a cut this on the fold crane line. No, okay. I think I'll have enough. I wasn't worried that I would, but then I was kind of thinking, what if I make this and have enough for a leftover for like a tank top, a smaller tank top? I have found that linen is very like, ooh, it just kind of does what it wants. I can't remember who posted it, but somebody posted on Instagram, like a big account I follow, I feel like posted it. Maybe it was Matchy Matchy that posted it, but it said, like, what's one fabric that you'll never work with again? And I was reading all of the comments, and there was a lot of double gauze, and there were some linen. Which again, I don't have a ton of experience with linen, especially not with a garment. The ruffle pants were the first linen thing I made. And I guess when I was cutting, it was a little like iffy, especially like the straight ruffle pieces that I did were a little like, I don't know how to explain it, but the fabric is just kind of like, yeah, it just like does what it wants. I do have a mat with a roller and I tried to lay down my ruler and like cut straight, and that just wasn't happening. Like the mat, roller, and like the ruler, like every time I laid the ruler flat, the fabric just was like resisting. I don't know how to explain it. It was being weird. So excuse me, I have a frog in my throat. Yeah, I just decided that the scissors were the best, because you kind of have to like, instead of working against it, I was working with it with the scissors. It was just giving more, I don't know. But yeah, I was just surprised that people were like, don't want to work with linen. I didn't think it was difficult to sew with. I think just the cutting out was a little bit maybe more wonky, but, and so yeah, maybe like it's not very forgiving to cut out, and it doesn't lay like a cotton would, you know, where you can get it like really crisp. The double gauze really surprised me too. I've done, the first garment I ever made actually was double gauze, a double bubble gauze, which I learned all double gauze is not a bubble gauze. That pattern came out so weird. But I also didn't know anything. I don't know what I know now. I was completely green. First garment ever. So I'm sure if I made them now, I would have a little more understanding of even just how the fabric works. But yeah, I was surprised that people were saying those things, because I don't know. Then it's like, what do you sew with? Like, I feel like you're taking linen and cotton off the table. Two great things that I want to wear on my body. Okay. So I have that, and I have all this space over here for these guys, right? And again, they're like this, the green line, and I need 5 of them, 6. Yeah, I'll have room for that, I think. Okay, so, well, it doesn't give me a lot of, this weave, like, just barely fits on here. Okay. And that'll be like that. Yeah, okay. Actually, I think I have more fabric. Oh, but I need this too. Right, don't I? Neck bicep. And I need it this way, like this. I have more scraps in my office, so like a bigger scrap piece. Is this what I want to do though? All right, I'm gonna go get my other scrap piece, get a drink of water because my throat is doing something funky, and maybe I'll pop on before I make my final decision and cut anything. All right, sounds good. Yeah, okay, I've got enough. Do I want to do it? Do I bite the bullet? What do I do? What do I do? Oh, I find this does fray quite a bit too. Has anybody ever cut all their fabric pieces out with a pinking shears. Is that a thing? No. Because I don't have a serger, and this is starting to become kind of an issue of how to finish my seams. I haven't learned, like, what are they called? French seams? But I think that involves other math and cutting because you have to account for it. You know what I was thinking of? Everybody has an Uncle Jeff. And if you don't, then it's probably like your dad. Or like you're the Jeff. Does everyone have an Uncle Jeff? And an Auntie Lisa. And it's always Auntie, it's not Aunt. But Lisa is. My husband and I both have an Auntie Lisa, which I just think is hilarious. And I think he has an Uncle Jeff, and I have an Uncle... Everyone. Do you have an Uncle Jeff? Do you have an Auntie Lisa? Just so funny to me. Okay, that's where my head's going. I'm too scared to commit to this because I just don't know if I'm going to be happy with it. And if I want to do this. All right, I'm going to take 5 minutes to think about it. You'll either see me with it cut or not. See ya soon. I might even take a little latte break. I might go make myself a latte. Okay, bye. Okay, I made a decision. I got the Ashton pattern. I've been wanting it for a really long time. I'm gonna make it out of something eventually. So I bought it to see how much fabric I need to make my size. Yeah, so I'm printing out the Ashton top pattern. I will cut that out and then also lay that out on my fabric just to make sure before I cut anything. And then I think that's a win-win. I'll be able to make both of them. Hello. Okay, it's been, I don't know, a couple hours since I was filming. Stopped to have lunch and all that good stuff. I have the Ashton top pattern all put together. Looks like I'm doing the crop version. I don't think I'll have enough for the full length, which is okay because my pants are pretty high-waisted. The brunch pants that I wanna wear this with. I was maybe thinking of adding a ruffle if I have enough, but I don't think I will either. A ruffle at the bottom. I'm trying to read through the pattern and get familiar with it because I've obviously never made this before, and I've never made a top. I think this is my first top. I think I've only made bottoms, shorts, and pants now. Yeah, so I'm trying to familiarize myself with the pattern, reading through everything. I'm still just a little bit confused. There's these pieces. And they call them the facing finish. So they go on the inside of the top. I'm looking at my pattern now so that I'm understanding. It looks like this is optional. It looks like it's on the inside of the top, but it's almost like and it only goes up to here, obviously. And you sew it on the inside. I'm not sure what the point of it is. Again, it says it's optional. I don't know if it's just another layer protecting. I'm gonna do some research and see like what the point of that is, maybe, because I think I should have enough fabric to cut it out, but I don't know if I just don't know if I want to do that, so I need to figure that out. There's like different options for bias binding. Oh, and they also have a little French seam thing. I'm just looking for it now. Where are you? French seams. Saying you can finish the top. Yeah. Don't have a serger or overlocker. You can use French seams on the Ashton for the shoulder seams with wrong sides facing. Okay, it tells you how to do it. The shoulders and the sides. On shoulders and side seams. Okay, so maybe I'll try that. I'll do a little practice on some other fabric first. But it's telling me how I can do it, and it has like the measurements in there, so I don't have to do anything like my own figuring out to for seam allowance in that way. So that's cool. So yeah, if you're finishing your Ashton with the facing method, skip to step 4. Now if you're finishing it using bias binding, continue on. And I'm trying to look at the pattern photos, gallery photos, and yeah, I'm trying to like see if you can see any of the bias binding in any of these, or if I really need to use my fabric for that, because one, it just takes up so much space with cutting bias on the grain, you know, and I don't have that much fabric. I'm really cutting it close here. And I guess if I really wanted, no, I don't, okay. I also have to look to see if I have enough bias tape, or like a color that I want, and I might not have it, and I might have to go to Hobby Lobby, so I don't want to go to the store. So I don't know. I think I'm just gonna cut out the front and back pieces. I mean, because that's really all I thought it was. This is seeming more complicated than I was expecting. I mean, the Ashton, it's a very simple looking tank top with like little bust darts. And I was expecting to do like 1, 2, 3, 4 seams basically. I think this the binding and this optional facing is really throwing me off. They have it on the bottom too, so back hem facing. I'm wondering if I have to do that, and if I just make a simple, just make it really simple. I don't think it'll hurt to cut out everything though, so I think I'm gonna get everything cut out and then see what I have left over to do possible like optional pieces that I don't need to, because there's a very good chance I may just do like the simplest of tanks, and yeah, and not do any of the fancy little stuff. So okay, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna just get everything cut out and then go from there. And I don't know if I'll have time to, I think I might just have time to cut it out and not time to sew, which is okay because I'll have to go pick up my daughter and stuff. But I'll maybe see you later tonight or today. If I can pop in and have something else to say, I will. But okay, thanks. Cool. Bye. Hello. It is Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. Happy hump day. Happy whip Wednesday. I just posted a reel over on Instagram talking about my whip today that I tragically, it's a tragedy because I have broken a needle. I broke it, just snapped. This is like the second broken needle in a couple months. And if you saw my last video, you'll know that I'm in a knitting slump and I just needed a knitting win and it's not here yet. So, yeah, but regardless, anyways, I honestly don't know where I left off yesterday. Did I get everything cut out? I wonder. Maybe I should have watched that first. But everything is cut out. Everything except for one piece that I couldn't fit. So I cut out both patterns and everything but one piece of a pattern is cut out. And I need to like sew some fabric together to make that happen. Like, I have to like sew this tiny little bit on because I don't have enough to do it on the fold. And that is kind of my mental roadblock right now, is doing that. And I think that's the only piece I have. I haven't like labeled them or anything, but I haven't taken the things off of them either. Oh, and also the good news is that I will have enough fabric that I can use. I don't have to use like pre-made bias tape or anything. It can all be out of the fabric. There's just a little extra sewing to put together. Oh wait, no, maybe I have two other things I didn't cut out yet. Yeah, I have two, but I need to sew again some bigger pieces together to make that happen because those are cut on the bias and I just don't have enough. So yeah, that's my roadblock with that. And that's mainly for the Ashton top. The parts that I don't have cut out yet. I have everything cut out for my ruffle top. And I think that's the one I'm gonna make. So it's Wednesday, I leave Friday morning. I have a day and oh, there's a squirrel on the tree. Oh, he's so cute. The squirrels here are a really pretty reddish color. And he's chewing on the branch and oh my goodness, he's just so cute. I wonder if I can show you. Oh. Can you see him? I hope you can see that. Oh, I just love it. It's so close. It's making me so happy. Hi! Can you see me? Oh, you're okay. You keep doing what you're doing. Okay. Where am I at? Okay, so yes, my matchy ruffle top is all cut out. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna make that, I think. Try to make that for this weekend because although it's warm right now, or it has been the last couple days, I think it is gonna maybe get a little bit cooler. I'm also gonna be inside. And I think I want sleeves. I don't think I want a tank top for, sorry, I can't stop looking at the squirrel. For the tank top. So I'm gonna start sewing, hopefully get a little bit done. I have about a little over an hour before I have to pick up my daughter, so we'll see how much I can get done in that time, or how much my son allows me to get done. He's happily coloring in the hallway right now, but yeah, okay, so here I go, and I'll check in probably later this afternoon. Yeah, cool. And I'm gonna watch this squirrel for a little bit till he goes away, so bye. Hello and happy Friday Junior, aka Thursday. I got quite a lot done yesterday, and I just didn't have time to film, slash just didn't want to because my kids were all around here and it just would have been difficult. So I got that frog in my throat again, sorry. But yes, I am loving the fit. I've tried it on. I've got both sleeves attached. I have one sleeve cuff. I'm about to do the other one. And yeah, I think I'll most likely get this done in time. So I will check back in after a little while. I don't have a lot left, but it's kind of all like tedious little stuff like the ruffle, and it's kind of takes a while to get all situated. So I will check back in soon. Hello from my dirty mirror and messy bedroom. I just wanted to do a little fit check. On the sleeve before I close up the opening and do the other one. But yeah, I think it looks so cute and I'm so happy with how it's turning out so far. I was freaking out that I did the sleeve wrong because I just wasn't understanding how to put the elastic in at first, but we're all good. Yeah, and there's my sleeve. Okay, I will see you after the next sleeve and ties and bottom ruffle. That's all I got left. Yee! Okay, this is really crazy. I cut this out. I just unpinned it from the paper, and it is, I had to sew some together because I didn't like have enough. This was on here when it was pinned, but now look how much longer it is. It's because it's cut on the bias, so it's like really stretching. I'm trying to like make it how it was, but even then now it's like I don't need this little bit, but I also don't want it to be like too skinny because like, yeah, cut on the bias, it's just super duper stretchy. But I'm trying to like make it plump like it was. Even then, I have all this left over. Sorry if you can hear my son playing in the background. He's, I don't know what he's playing, but he's being a goof. Yeah, it's like, I don't want to cut it until I make it. I guess I'll just leave that, and if I have extra, I can cut after I attach. But wild cutting, yeah, cutting on the bias, especially with the linen, is just really crazy. The ties are kind of funny too. They're not really all the same length. Let's see if I can gather them all up here. They're kind of all different sizes. So, I mean, I guess I already knew this about the linen, that it was just kind of loosey-goosey, but especially cutting on the bias is weird, wild. Yeah, just the more you do, the more you learn. So good to know, and I did my best. So I think I can trim them all down, or, you know, get them pinned how I want them on the shirt, and it'll be okay. When they're tied, you're not going to be able to tell anyway. So yeah, that's that. I'm done. I'm done. I finished. I love it. It's so silly and frilly. I love it. And I have a matching set. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Yay! I am so happy. Yay!